Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pragna Vashita studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. Today I am going to discuss about harmony in family, trust and respect of UHV topic. So, Harmony in the family, the basic unit of human interaction. The family is the foundation of society and it is the primary place where we learn. We learn about love, respect, and responsibility. So, a harmonious family is a place where members feel safe, supported, and loved. It is a special place where their differences are respected and conflicts are resolved constructively. When family members work together to create a harmonious environment, it benefits everyone. Trust is the foundational value in relationship. So foundation of relationship is trust is the bedrock upon which all healthy relationships are built. It allows for vulnerability and open communication and a sense of security when trust is present. So family members feel comfortable being themselves and sharing their thoughts and feelings. Second one is honesty and reliability. Trust is fostered through honesty and reliability. When family members keep their promises and act with integrity, they build trust in each other. This means being truthful, being dependable, and keeping commitments. The third one is emotional safety. Trust creates a space for emotional safety. It allows family members to be open and vulnerable without fear of judgment or betrayal. So, this sense of security fosters emotional well being and strengthens bonds. So, fourth one is growth and understanding. Trust enables growth and understanding within the family. When family members trust each other, they are more willing to listen, learn from each other, and support each other's growth. So, this creates a foundation for mutual respect and appreciation. Respect as a right evaluation. So understanding and acceptance is the first thing in respect. So respect involves understanding and accepting each family member as an individual with unique thoughts, feelings, and perspectives. It means appreciating their differences, valuing their contributions, and acknowledging their strengths. So second one is kindness and courtesy. Respect is also demonstrated through kindness and courtesy. It means being polite, considerate, and mindful of each other's needs and feelings. It's about treating each other with respect. So third one is boundaries and privacy. Respect extends to boundaries and privacy. So here, family members should respect each other's personal space, belongings, and decisions. This shows consideration and acknowledges that everyone has the right to autonomy and privacy. So other feelings are love, empathy, joy and laughter and support. So love is a glue that binds families together. It's a deep sense of affection and care for each other. Love creates a feeling of belonging and provides a sense of security and comfort within the family unit. It's a powerful force that strengthens relationships and promotes harmony. So second one is empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. When family members are empathetic, they can better understand each other's their perspectives and respond with compassion and support. So empathy fosters connection and strengthens bonds. So third one is joy and laughter. Joy and laughter are essential ingredients for a happy and harmonious family. They create positive memories, reduce stress, and strengthen bonds. Sharing happy moments, playing together, and celebrating achievements bring families closer together. So fourth one is support. Support is crucial for harmonious family. It means being there for each other through thick and thin, offering encouragement and providing help hand when needed. So effective communication requires the five things, that is active listening, open and honest dialogue, non-verbal communication, and constructive feedback and conflict resolution. So first one is active listening. Active listening involves paying full attention to the speaker, understanding their perspective, and showing that you are engaged in the conversation. So second one is open and honest dialogue. So open and honest communication is crucial for building trust and resolving conflicts. It means expressing thoughts and feelings clearly, respectfully and without judgment. So third one is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication means such as a body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice can convey a lot of information. So it's important to be aware of your own non-verbal cues and pay attention to those of others to avoid misunderstandings. Fourth one is constructive feedback. Constructive feedback provides opportunities for growth and improvement. So it's important to offer feedback in a respectful and a positive way, focusing on specific behaviors and offering solutions. So fifth one is conflict resolution. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but effective communication helps resolve it. So when conflicts arise, it's essential to approach the situation calmly, listening to each other's perspectives and work towards a solution that benefits everyone. So conflict can be resolved by the following five things. That is, first one is identify the issue. Second one is communicate respectfully. Third one is find common ground. Fourth one, negotiate and compromise. Fifth one is forgive and move forward. The first one is identify the issue. The first step is resolving conflict is to identify specific issue that is causing tension. Second one is once the issue is identified, it's important to communicate respectfully. This involves listening attentively, using I statements, avoiding accusations, and focusing on finding solutions. Third one is find common ground. Despite differences, it's important to look for common ground. This involves identifying areas of agreement and exploring shared goals. So fourth one is negotiate and compromise. Negotiation and compromise are essential for reaching a resolution. This involves finding a solution that addresses the needs of everyone involved. Even it means making concessions. So fifth one is forgive and move forward. Once a solution is reached, it's important to forgive and move forward. Holding on to anger or resentment can damage relationships and prevent healing. So forgiving allows family members to let go of the past and build a stronger future. So quality time together. So first one is shared activities. Engaging in shared activities like playing games, going on outings, or working on a project together creates opportunity for bonding, laughter, and creating lasting memories. Meal time. Sharing meals together provide a regular time for family members to connect, share stories, and enjoy each other's company. And third one is open conversation. Engaging in meaningful conversations, asking questions, and listening attentively creates a space for connection, understanding, and the strengthening bonds. So fourth one is relax and recharge. Spending time together, simply relaxing, reading, or enjoying quiet moments together allows for shared experiences, reduces stress, and strengthens bonds. So shared responsibility should be like housework. In housework, we can do chores or financial management. So like for again, we can take care of pets, that is like cooking and meal preparation, or budgeting and saving, or else we can do gardening, laundry and ironing, and making financial decisions. These all are shared responsibilities. So sharing responsibilities creates a sense of teamwork, fairness, and appreciation with the family. So it teaches important life skills, builds a sense of responsibility, and fosters a feeling of shared ownership and contribution. So emotional intelligence. So first one, we have to be self-awareness. So emotional intelligence begins with self-awareness. It involves understanding one's own emotions, triggers, and how they impact behavior. Second one is empathy and understanding. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It involves recognizing and validating the emotions of family members. Third one is communication and conflict resolution. So emotional intelligence is essential for effective communication and conflict resolution. It allows for open dialogue, active listening, and respectful expression of feelings. So fourth one is building healthy relationships. Emotional intelligence is the foundation of strong and healthy relationships. It fosters trust, understanding, and compassion, creating a positive and supportive environment within the family. So next one is building a strong foundation. So building a strong foundation and harmonious family requires ongoing effort and commitment. It's about nurturing relationships, practicing effective communication, and fostering a culture of love, respect, and understanding. So a harmonious family is a source of strength, support, and love that enriches the lives of all its members. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you like the video. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel.